You didn't ask for it, but you really need to hear it. Hot takes and bold opinions today on a Thanksgiving a-hole. Is trauma learning safe? A condiment conundrum, and the shot down heard round the world.
Mm.
We're going to say what needs to be said, even if no one asked. She is Rebekah Black. I'm Dan O'Malley, and this is Unsolicited. The shot down heard round the world. A frustrated woman turned down her boyfriend's proposal with an $898 Walmart engagement ring, but not for the reason you might think.
Okay.
All right. A woman named Priscilla took to threads to share a screenshot of a text conversation with her would have been fiance alongside a photo of the $898 ring he proposed with to ask the question, what are y'all thoughts on this? I'm curious. If you're watching on YouTube, you can now see the text exchange that Manny posted from her almost fiance, Tyler. In this text, based on the screenshot, Priscilla turns her man down, leaving him confused and embarrassed. But it wasn't so much the size, cut, or price of the diamond he got her. The reasoning behind her decision was more about him not listening to her wants.
Mm.
So this is, to me, one of the most fascinating stories I have seen in a very long time. He sends her the text saying, hey, I just got to ask, what happened tonight? I've been planning this proposal for over a year. You really told me no in front of everyone. That crushed me. Her response, it's not even about embarrassing you. It's about you not listening. I've told you the kind of ring I wanted more than once, and you showed up with something from Walmart. Back to Tyler. So this is about the ring. I still spent $900 regardless of where I got the ring. I put so much effort into this for you, for us. Her response, Tyler, quick side note. If you ever use your significant other's name, like
Oh,
actual
yeah.
name, you know they're in trouble.
Yes.
Like there's only been a handful of times I've yelled out my wife's name, and
Correct.
most of them involved gushing head wounds, and I needed her help.
And
So
I've never used my significant other's name in a text message thread. So if I do, it's like, Jet Ames, I hate you right now.
yeah, you know trouble is afoot.
Mm.
Tyler, if you knew what I wanted and still chose to do what was easiest, tells me you don't really hear me. I want to feel chosen, not just proposed to. Tyler says, wow, so everything I did just didn't matter to you, huh?
Oh my gosh. I'm such a victim.
Take my card. My name is Tyler. I'm a victim. You may reach me at blah, blah, blah. Her response, it mattered, but not enough for me to say yes to it forever. I'm not sure you're ready for.
Oof.
Woo!
Ooh, that's a lot
Woo!
to unpack.
Oh, let's do that. Let's unpack this.
First of
Rebekah,
all,
whose side are you on?
well, clearly the ladies' side. I'm like, what sucks about deceiving, and they make it sound like she is not going to marry him because of the ring being from Walmart. But when you deep dive into the text thread here, that's not the case. She's clearly probably already told him what kind of ring she's looking for, right? She's
Mm-hmm.
probably sent pictures because when you get to this stage in your relationship, that's kind of what you do. So he clearly went out of his way not to get her what she wanted. It has nothing to do with Walmart. It has nothing to do with the price tag. It's that he wasn't listening.
My initial thoughts on this were, I can't believe she said no because it was a ring from Walmart.
Same.
Then when you get into more of the guts of it, find a
Yep.
few more details on it, I still kind of sided with the guy.
Of course you did. And I think all the comments are going to be exactly what you're saying. All the guys are going to be on his side, all the girls are going to be on her side.
That being said, I appreciate her posting the text conversation because it basically sets out her argument for rejecting the proposal.
Yeah.
I wish I had a little more info, though, before I
Sure.
could jump onto her side. away
But
from the guy's side.
no, go
Because
with the unsolicited rules, Dan. This is all the context we have. You gotta jump on his side.
I don't like that though. Sometimes I want more info. I need more details sometimes, and this is one of those times.
Okay,
Like,
what other details do you need though, honestly?
what type of ring was she out for? I mean, was it something like the first thought is this actually something to do with finances? Is the ring that she says she told him numerous times that she wants, is that a $10,000-$20,000 ring that he just simply cannot afford? And the ring that he got her from Walmart is actually, it's not a bad looking ring. And I wonder, let me show this to you.
Mhm.
I wonder, does this ring that he bought her from Walmart look like the ring she said she wanted? Or is this just a completely different ring he saw at Walmart and said, I'm going to get this one? That's where I'm coming from on the
Right.
detail side. Is this ring basically a knockoff of one she said she wanted, and this is what he could afford? That's the only extra information I'm curious about.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, but I do feel like because he made a point to say, "I spent the $900," I think that was, like, implied of that's what his budget was, and that's what she was wanting was something in that price range.
okay.
I mean, I don't know that for a fact, that's just kind of what I'm assuming, and
Yeah.
I'm going with the idea that I don't think this is the ring that she wanted.
The more I got into this story,
Right?
the more I started to be like, okay, yeah, he effed up here.
Yeah.
And there was one comment specifically. I mean, there were lots of comments on this story. I mean,
Mhm.
this is the best thing that's happened to Threads, by the way. They needed this.
They did,
Um,
truly.
so some of the comments included, "Girl, what the F is wrong with you? Damn, I hate it when I have to side with men." Another one, "Avoid any woman who cares more for the ring than the proposal." So these are obviously the surface stuff, just read the headline, didn't necessarily get into the detail stuff, didn't probably read the text message. But plenty of others empathized with how Priscilla was feeling, saying, "No,
Mhm.
she's legit here. It's not about the ring, it's about the listening." And then this comment really put it into an interesting perspective for me and may have actually pulled me over to Priscilla's side.
Mhm.
Let me translate for men. You are a diehard Eagles fan, and all you want is a Randall Cunningham jersey to hang in your man cave. Your girlfriend,
Yes.
your girlfriend knows this because you've shown her the exact
Mm.
jersey and where to get it from many times. For your birthday, she invites your friends and family over to watch her give you a Troy Aikman jersey because it's all they had at TJ Maxx, and she expects you to happily hang on to this on your wall forever. Does she sound like someone who listens to what you want?
Bravo. Bravo to that commenter. That is so spot on. That is so accurate. Oh, that's great.
I do feel like this is a really extreme example that this type of scenario would just be trolling. Like if you know I'm an if you like let's back up here because Rebekah, looking behind you, you got an Aikman jersey and a Daryl Johnston jersey. We're
Mhm.
from Dallas. We are in fact Cowboys fans. So that's
Correct.
why to me this example is a little extreme and might take it a little too far. Because as Cowboys fans, if I want a Troy Aikman jersey like the one behind your head, and she gets me a Randall Cunningham jersey, I'm assuming she's a trolling Eagles fan.
Okay, that would yes, that tracks.
Now, if I said I wanted an Aikman jersey and for some reason she got me a Romo or a, Staubach or something, that's not what I wanted, but at least it's in the same stadium.
Yes. No, I will agree with you on that. You're right. You're right.
Now, I remember Christmas, right? And family saying, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" kind of a thing. And if I gave them a very specific answer, like I want GI Joe for Christmas,
Mhm.
and they came back with GI John, the knockoff version,
Yeah.
I would not have wanted that.
This happened to me. And
Really?
yeah, like I asked for a pink pair of high top Converse and I got X brand pink high tops that in no way looked like Converse, and I was like I remember I was maybe 5 or 6 years old and having to open that present and then pretend like this is what I wanted, and then I had to
Yeah.
wear them to
Yeah.
school and be so upset every time I put them on my feet. I mean, this lady is really like a 6-year-old kid who got the wrong gift. She got the
That's
X brand version of what she wanted.
that's exactly what it is. And that's where I wonder, like, I kind of now wonder if she truly was specific enough to say, here's the type of ring I want. Let's just assume it's just this type of ring. It looks like
Mhm.
A. And instead he got her one that is nowhere anything like it. Then I kind of wonder, is that just his way of trying to self-sabotage and try to play victimhood and say, look, I got you wanted to get married, I got you this ring, it's not the one you wanted, why are you making a big it's almost like he was trying to find a way.
Right, quite that is quite possible, and I even had that thought to myself, are they both looking for a reason to get out of it? And this is like an excuse on her end, excuse on his end.
and and this is where I want to know what parameters she gave him as far as the ring. Like if it's a ring she found in a magazine or something or saw online, she's like, oh my god, that's the ring I have to have on my finger someday.
Mhm.
Let's say it's a Tiffany ring and it's $25,000.
Right.
Well, if that's what you want, that's what you want. And the moment she tells him that, if he thinks for one moment, I can't afford that, or even if I could afford that, there's no way I'm spending that much money on a piece of jewelry,
Understandable.
then that's the point where you realize we are not a match. We need to go our separate ways.
Well, but, like, that's the thing, like, we don't know if she was demanding that you spend X amount of dollars on my ring, right?
Right, right. And that's why I'm saying this is one of those times I just need a little more info.
Yeah, but I'm like, if he legitimately was like, "Alright, I'm gonna try to get you what you want, that looks like what you want, but all I have is $900 to spend," I don't think you can be mad at that.
No.
But to me, it does sound just simply as, "Hey, I showed you what I wanted. This is what I wanted. This looks nothing like what I wanted, and because of that, like, you really don't listen, and I don't think maybe we should get married."
Yeah, it's almost like he either did this on purpose. So
Right.
he's screwed either way, because
Totally.
he did one of two things. He either A, did not listen to what she wanted at all and just did whatever the hell he felt like doing,
Mhm.
or B, he intentionally went out of his way to get something she did not want
Yeah.
just to force this situation.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it ends up most of the internet, I think the people that actually read more into the story sided against him.
Yeah, I think she's the one that's in the right here. I mean, like, let's talk about you and your wife for a second. She showed you what she wanted, right, beforehand?
No,
She didn't. Y'all never discussed it.
not really. No, I don't.
Oh,
I mean, if we did, it was, I don't really remember it that much.
you're an enigma.
Yeah, she is.
Like, what? That's I like. I mean, we didn't talk about it a whole heck of a lot, but we definitely talked about getting married, and I definitely kind of was like, "Hey, I definitely want a round cut, or with diamonds around it, or something." And he nailed it. Like, he absolutely nailed it when it came to the ring.
I'll have to ask her if we had some of those types of conversations. I don't remember that. I know I did good with it, or at least if I didn't, she hasn't told me.
I was gonna say, what if she's been lying all these years?
No wonder why she loves those Kalo rings so much. I'd rather wear the rubber ring than that penny
Honestly,
leather.
yes, best $10 I ever spent.
Is traumatizing kids the best way to go when teaching them a lesson?
Yes? Like,
Good.
bit over.
I wanted that answer on the record before I give you any more information about this story. In Japan, children learn road safety through real life demonstrations, not just classroom lessons. like this video. Here you have outside, you have a bunch of Japanese students sitting in some bleachers looking down onto a roadway with a box truck and a dummy pedestrian walking out from behind the box truck as a vehicle drives at it, right?
Yeah.
So these kids are being taught to look both ways before crossing the street. And in Japan, they take it very seriously. They do a full-on demonstration in front of these kids, so it's truly hammered home how dangerous it can be if you don't look both ways before crossing the street.
The horn and the impact sound. I think I'm laughing way too hard at this.
No, I think you're laughing the right amount because I've watched this no less than 10 times today, and I've laughed every single time.
But like, let's be honest. That would keep me from crossing the street before looking both ways.
It is impactful.
It's but ching.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Well done. But like,
Yeah.
oh man, like I have zero problems with this.
At dedicated training centers, young students watch how vehicles stop, react, and behave in realistic scenarios. The goal is to teach the kids early awareness of traffic dangers and how to stay safe on the streets. Look, trauma learning.
Yeah.
It's real.
It works.
That is how I learned not to touch hot things. Because
Exactly.
I still remember a couple of very, very vivid examples of my father telling me, don't touch that, it's hot.
Yeah.
And I didn't listen to him. And I touched it, and it was hot. One was a space heater at a feed store in Oklahoma, and the other was a plugged-in iron on top of an ironing board.
Oh, wait, so you did it twice. So you did not, in fact, learn from the trauma the first time around.
Well, I mean, look, the first time with the space heater, I learned my lesson not to touch the glowing space heater
Okay.
ever again.
Got it.
The second time, it was an iron, and that's a different item.
Okay, so yours just didn't transfer each item.
Correct. I needed the lesson with multiple items. Because at least with the space heater, you can see it glowing and it's
True.
putting off heat.
Right.
I still
And you
remember my
still-
dad's perfect deliveries. Like I started to reach my hand out and he smacks my hand. He's like, hey, don't touch that. It's hot. And then he turned it and I touched it. And of course it was hot. And I screamed and cried.
I mean, you got what you deserved, right? And
I
you
did.
learned.
And I will never touch a hot space heater ever again to this day. Even if I go to some place that has like one of those wall radiators, I
No.
will touch it. I will touch it with the back of my hand just lightly just to see if it might be a little warm. So I definitely learned my lesson.
Well, I'm going to take you on a little trip here back to the 80s. You were an 80s kid, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Born in 79.
Yeah, and I'm like, a little trauma for all of us. This should take you back to a very specific time and place. And it's the egg crack of this is your brain and this is your brain on drugs, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? That was traumatic. But guess what else? I don't do drugs because of that commercial. I don't want scramble brains. I learned my lesson because it traumatized me into understanding just how bad drugs are.
People today don't appreciate
No.
the power of the 80s public service announcements.
Yeah. There were so many good ones. There was like an alcoholic one, like my dad's an alcoholic. I remember if you need help, call 855 alcohol or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to end up like that.
For a second there, I thought you were about to give the 1-800 bartend phone number for bartending school. But yeah, no, I mean the 80s PSAs, and they were so good. And the one you mentioned is not only one of the greatest PSAs of all time, it's one of the greatest ads of all time.
Yes.
It was clear and simple, and it left its mark.
Right. It is burned in my brain. Like I will never forget that. I'll probably be on my deathbed and I'll be like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah, the difference is when you're on your deathbed, you're going to be like, yeah, give me those drugs now.
I will take all of them. Thank you.
I would like my brains to now be scrambled. Please get at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one, and one of my other favorite 80s PSA, also drugs, the drugs one.
Yeah.
was when the boy is sitting on his bed, like maybe like, I don't know, 13, 14-year-old age boy, got headphones on, and dad kicks open the door. He's holding a box of marijuana stuff. And dad's like, "Where'd you get this?" And the kid's like, What? He's just shocked. He's like, "Where did you get this? Who taught you how to do this stuff?" The kid looks at him and he says, "From you, Dad. I learned it from watching you."
Yes! I forgot about that one. Yes, I absolutely remember that commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned it from you, Dad. How impactful is that? This is what's wrong with society today, is that we don't have more traumatizing PSAs on television. There's no more after-school specials to tell us that, like, being touched inappropriately is wrong.
That's right. Instead, they're doing it with puppets, and that's not as traumatic. Like if
It's
Elmo
not.
says, "Be sure to tell somebody if somebody touches you." I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an important message, but
Sure.
there are ways to go about it. I knew to be careful about steroids thanks to Ben Affleck's role in the after school special where he took steroids and became a roid raging, guy.
Yeah.
So those things stuck with us the way that this car running over this dummy in the middle of the street is going to stick with these Japanese children for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. Uh,
Another way I know to look both ways before crossing the street
how?
is just a handful of weeks ago, my wife and I saw the aftermath of a pedestrian being hit and killed.
Ooh.
And it was similar to this box truck type situation. We didn't see what happened. We don't know the exact details. We don't know if the pedestrian didn't look both ways when crossing the street or what. But where it looked like the police had their evidence markers set up, there was a row of cars that it looked like the pedestrian had come out from between into the roadway. So I don't know if it was
Ooh.
necessarily the pedestrian's fault, more of the motorist's fault. Maybe they were texting and driving. Who knows? But it is, in fact, that is the other way you learn, is to see it with your own eyes, which is, again, trauma.
Totally.
I mean, when you see blood spilled out in the middle of the street and then the next day you hear that person died, I will absolutely forever think of that poor person
Yes.
every single time I cross the street.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow. Ooh. Man, I'm sorry that you had to see that, like, up close and personal, but also congratulations, because now you won't get hit by a car.
Yeah, I don't think the pedestrian wishes to be a martyr in that regard.
They never do.
No, no. I mean,
Like,
it's very,
should
very
we
few
take a
people line up
moment?
for that. Yeah.
Do we need to take a moment and, like, honor the man who sacrificed his life? This is horrible. I'm a horrible person. I'm going straight to hell right now.
Not if you look both ways. It looks like I'm going to hell with you because I just killed Rebekah. A wife has threatened to kick her husband out if he attends a Thanksgiving NFL game. Woo! A Thanksgiving themed Am I the A-hole? Woo, woo, woo. All right, here we go. A wife is forbidding her husband from using the Thanksgiving NFL tickets he won at work.
Okay.
Tickets are notoriously expensive and difficult to come by, and attending a Thanksgiving NFL game is not unlike getting to attend the Super Bowl, a once in a lifetime opportunity that most people do not have access to.
Yeah.
So imagine this husband's elation when he entered his employer's NFL ticket raffle for this Thanksgiving and actually won a pair of tickets, especially after having entered this company raffle for every home NFL game for 2 years and having
Oh.
never won. Also, the fact that they live in Detroit is another just, but that's the situation that we have.
Yeah.
So this wife took to Reddit and she says, "At first, I was happy for him, but then he said it was for the Thanksgiving game. Now her husband's happy moment has become a major bone of contention, one she's threatening to kick him out over. Her husband's big raffle win couldn't have come at a worse time. They are hosting the entire family for Thanksgiving at their home. 20 people are coming over. She says, my husband has known about this because it was decided at least 2 months ago. He knows that I am going to need his help that day. He tried to explain to her that it's a once in a lifetime opportunity and that he'll help her in any way he can before going to the game, and that her family members would also help while he's gone.
Mhm.
She says, I asked him if he really thought that ditching his family on Thanksgiving was an okay thing for a father and husband to do.
Oh my gosh.
He countered that she was being unreasonable, especially because the tickets are use them or lose them, to which she responded with a threat. I told him if he goes to the game, he might as well get a hotel too, because I don't want him coming home that night.
Is it really that difficult, lady? You can't just let the man go to a game?
With 20 family members coming over expecting a huge Thanksgiving feast?
Yeah, no, I get it. That sucks. The timing is horrible. I totally get that. I don't feel like he's really ditching the family in any way. This is a one-time thing. It's not like he does this every single year, right? It's a special circumstance type situation. So, like, if it were me, if I'm in this woman's position, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed, probably. I'm still going to let him go, but you can be assured that I'm going to make this man work for it. Like, he's going to be helping me the entire day before, prepping all the Thanksgiving stuff. He's going to be helping me the day of Thanksgiving up until it's time for him to leave the game. And
Yeah.
then when he comes back home immediately, he's going to help with the cleanup. So, or you look at it like you can hold this over his head for whatever you want the next time.
Oh, you are evil.
I mean, right?
There's your Scorpio showing itself. You just found a way to spin this to your benefit. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if there's a girls' trip, coming up in the near future, this is the time to hang that over his head.
Mm. So you would allow him to do this so then you
Yeah,
can get something later on.
absolutely. Isn't that what marriage is? We're just constantly giving and taking for the other so that we can get what we want.
I don't think that's exactly how it's intended to work, but
I'm 100% sure that was in my vows.
I promise to love you and to cherish you and to hold the proper amount of things over your head for the
Correct.
amount of time I see fit.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, sickness and in health, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, add all the other stuff later. Who cares about that? We want the hold over the head part. That's the important one.
Look, I give him credit. He said, "Look, I will absolutely do everything I
Yeah,
can leading up to, and then I'll go to the game and I'll come home." So it's not like he's just completely leaving her to do everything. He's offered, like, "I will
exactly.
still do everything I can to help," and
Yeah.
she still says, "Don't you? If you go, don't you dare come home tonight or that night."
That also
Which
seems like an extreme response. Like, you're really gonna kick your husband out of the house because he went to a football game during Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Now, I don't know if she's necessarily saying it would be a permanent thing because in
Right.
her post she says, then you don't come home that night. You get a hotel for that night. To which I would tell my fellow bro here, buddy, you just got the pass.
I
You
was
go.
about to say that. Meanwhile, dude is like, "Hell yeah, how can I get this for the rest of the weekend?"
Yeah. So look, I mean, he's already in trouble. So now that
Yeah.
she said you might as well get a hotel room for the night, then he just should say, all right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
she's mad at you already, might as well just take it all the way and get all the anger.
Exactly. Get
Make
all
it
the
worth it.
anger. Exactly. You get yourself like a nice little 3-day weekend at a hotel away from your family and friends and kids. Come on. That's
Maybe
every
that should
man's dream.
maybe that should be the new Thanksgiving tradition is the husband and wife take turns trading off who gets to have the 3-day weekend in a hotel or whatever.
I wouldn't be mad at that proposal. That sounds kinda delightful.
And there might be something to that. I mean, like you said, as in your vows that
Yeah.
it's gonna be a give and take type of situation. So there you go. I mean, a little horse trading never hurt any marriage.
Okay, but, like, let's flip it here because in all honesty, if the shoe were on the other foot and it's the wife who somehow has gotten the equivalent of free football tickets on Thanksgiving, no way in hell is her man gonna be like, "Yeah, sure, you can go. I'll take care of all the food, the 20 guests that are coming, and the kids." There's no way that he doesn't put up a hissy fit about that.
Well, he better. He better.
What
Um,
what are you saying, Dan? It's
that if you
okay
ever
for her? Wait. Now I'm lost. I've lost myself.
What you're trying to do is you're trying to get me to say that it's not okay for her to do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
But that's because I'm thinking 2 and 3 steps ahead, or in this case, 2 and 3 years ahead, where maybe, like you said, maybe I'll want something someday.
Yeah, no. I love but if your wife came to you tomorrow and was like, "Hey, sorry, I'm gonna have to bounce on a wedding. You got to take care of it all because I got a free, I don't know, girls trip." You're not gonna be very happy about that.
That's a poor example because there's no way in hell my wedding planner wife would leave an entire event in my hands.
Well, I understand that, but let's suspend belief here for a hot second.
All right.
Try to put your position in the wife's spot.
As a supporting, loving husband, I would say, okay, we had one plan and this other thing popped up that's hugely important to you. So we'll pivot. You go do the thing, and
Right.
then we'll see what we can do at home to change it up a little bit. So in this scenario, switching roles entirely,
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, go do the thing. That it's a once in a lifetime thing. You absolutely should do it. Um, I'll make the family work.
Correct.
I'll put them to work. So we're
Yeah.
changing it up a little bit. She got to do this really cool thing. So she'll be gone for a little bit, but then she'll be back. So what we're going to do is you are going to bring food. You are going to do this. You are going to do that. We're going to make it an actually family event where the family participates in all areas, as opposed to just forcing one person to do it all.
Yeah. No, I loved your response. I think you have a great response. I think every man on the planet should respond exactly as you have responded. However, I think the
I knew there was
majority,
something. There's something in there. There's a
yeah,
catch, and here it is.
because I know you know enough men that would be like, I can't believe it. She's gonna go do this, and I have to put up with the kids, and I got to do all the cleaning and the cooking. Like
Yes,
we
sorry, man.
know it.
Sometimes you have to take part in the family.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a relationship. So it's a give and take situation. Sometimes she's doing the brunt of stuff, and then other times you're doing the brunt of stuff. You don't get to have one way without the other. It's
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
It's not a good look on a man to act like a
No.
big baby.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, on one hand, I empathize with this woman. I understand that it sucks. She should still let him go and pick up the slack when he's not there. But if the shoe were on the other foot, he should be saying the exact same thing.
Yeah. And look, there might be alternatives to this. Like there might be other options in
Sure.
this scenario because we don't know of the people that are coming over. It's 20 people. So I'm assuming they're not all staying with you for the week of Thanksgiving.
Right.
I'm assuming that they're driving in from wherever they live. So you can pivot. You can make some adjustments to the holiday plan. Since
Mhm.
he's going to go do this, you can tell the family, hey, he just got this really cool thing that he gets to go do. Can I help someone else host at their place?
Right.
So see if you can move the event
Or like
or tell
if
people to
it's
come over to help you with it.
yes, easily done. Or let's say if it's a noon kickoff, okay, well, let's adjust Thanksgiving to now a dinner, right? Because he's definitely
Yeah.
going to be home by 6 p.m. And then you guys can all get together and have your normal Thanksgiving meal. It's just at a later time. That's not that big of a deal.
Is he allowed to drink when he's at the game, especially if he's coming back for a Thanksgiving dinner with the family?
I mean, he's an adult. He can choose for himself what he would like to do in that scenario.
That is the most loaded response I have ever felt from you. I've
Like,
oh
I mean, you're a big boy. Figure it out how much you can or can't drink at the game. If you come home real sloppy by Thanksgiving dinner, we might have a little bit of a problem. Um, but yeah. But yeah.
Ooh. Before we get into the condiment conundrum, there's one more thing we need to mention about the wife who's threatening to kick her husband out if he goes to the Thanksgiving NFL game instead of spending it with the 20 or so guests they have
Mhm.
coming for dinner. And that is this. I'm assuming it's 2 tickets.
Yeah.
Just go together.
Right.
Ugh.
Right. That's like problem solved. Push Thanksgiving on grandma. We're good.
Yeah. I think that's the ultimate solution. Just go,
Yeah.
you two go. Things change.
Yes.
We're gonna go to the game now. And then the two of you can get sloppy drunk, watch football, and have a great old time.
Absolutely. And I'm like, you know what? Take it a step further. Get you the hotel near the stadium so that you can do all of that and leave the kids with the grandparents for Thanksgiving. I mean,
And roll around in
win-win.
some pumpkin pie. Sounds like a great day to me. Sounds a lot better than hanging out with 20 family members.
Exactly.
All right, since we're speaking about romance, I have an unfiltered, unsolicited would you rather for you.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Would you rather, for an entire year, give up kissing or condiments?
Kissing.
I'm surprised you said it with like a question mark at the
Because,
end.
well, like
My
kissing's
wife, my wife
boring.
didn't. My wife did not hesitate. She was like condiments. She barely even let me finish the sentence.
Really?
Oh wait, no. She's saying she wants the condiments and she'd give up the kissing.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I'm
Yeah,
like, I can't have a hot dog without ketchup and mustard and relish and all that good stuff on it. Like, I can't. And I love a hot dog. I love a hot dog probably more than kissing.
yeah.
It's
I
boring.
mean,
Kissing's
if
boring,
if you
especially when
find a
you're
good,
married.
yeah, yeah, and that's the other part too. Like if you're single, that might change your answer a little bit. If
Yeah.
you're like in the first parts of a new relationship, that might change your answer a little bit. But
Yeah.
married for a while, you're like, bring on the ketchup.
Yeah, because the
I,
butterflies are so far gone at this point.
I mean,
Like,
stop and think about this. Would you be able to give up ranch for a year?
no. I really don't think I could because it is delicious on everything. Kissing is
No,
not.
that's really well said. I mean, kissing doesn't go very well with pizza crust the way ranch does.
No, can I kiss ketchup off of somebody? Because then we might be onto something.
Okay, that's a whole other level. Is there a condiment dam?
Right, yeah. Like, if he just happens to smear something on his face and I just happen to get on that too, like, is that cheating?
Rebekah, what you and your husband do with a bowl full of gravy is between the two of you.
Don't knock it till you try it, man. Wait, which one would you choose? Are you condiments or kissing?
Yeah, so I'm giving up the kissing. I want the
Okay.
condiments as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like there are too many foods out there that are just you just can't eat dry.
Right. I think, and weirdly enough, I think the older that you get, food becomes way more important than anything else in your life. Like, is that
Yeah,
horrible to say?
no, I think it's accurate.
Yeah, and because I'm like, the older we get, the more I realize how like going to a fancy restaurant is awesome, and like paying for a stupid, ridiculous, expensive steak is delicious, and that's way better than making out.
Yeah, just imagine like what's your favorite steakhouse?
In Dallas, Albernays, hands down.
All right, so let's say you're at Albernays.
Yeah,
May he rest in peace.
yeah,
Let's say
good
you're
dude.
at Albernays, and the waiter comes up and he's got two of those, what is it, cloisters, the little silver dome things.
Mhm.
Under one of them is a steak that you
Yeah,
know is cooked to perfection,
yeah.
and the other one is just bear with me, is your husband's lips. Which one do you want to jump on?
The steak. Like, there's, like, no hesitation whatsoever, like, give me that delicious, slice into it like butter, melt in your mouth steak because that is gonna give me so much more satisfaction than any kiss can. That sounds so awful, and that's not like a knock. My husband's a great kisser, like, but we've been married for, like, 18 years. Like, the butterflies are gone. So, steak butterflies are way better.
The lip butterflies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially like, look, especially when you're going out to a really nice restaurant and you're getting, the stuff. Yeah, you don't. You can kiss him anytime you want. You're not
Exactly.
going to Albernays anytime you want.
And you know what? Let's look at it as a long game here. If I'm giving up kissing for a year, think how great our kiss is going to be in a year when the condiment thing is lifted. When the ban is lifted.
It would be good, especially if
Right?
it's right after one of those steaks from Albanese. Oh my God. All right. Thank you so much. That was great. Thank you for being honest. If you are listening to us, follow the show so you don't miss an episode. And if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. So, yes, for the record, give me the condiments. And my
Mhm.
wife said the same. For Rebekah Black, I'm Dan O'Malley, and this was Unsolicited.